this video could change your life. Hey you all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time to my channel, I am a makeup artist and esthetician and salon studio owner, and I make videos about skincare and makeup from a professional perspective. So one of the things I love to talk about is color theory as it pertains to skin tone, makeup, and personal style. A lot of you know me from my olive skin video, and there were a bunch of you who commented on my olive skin video still kind of feeling confused, and I feel like if you're that person, or if you have identified your undertone but like the rules are still kind of not working sometimes, I think that this video is for you. And honestly, anybody who's interested in color theory at all should definitely educate themselves on the clear versus soft concept. And I know for me, it was a total game changer in my personal style and like how I do makeup on others. It just totally transformed everything and the way I look at color for the better. So clear versus soft has nothing to do with your undertone. It is a distinct concept to your undertone. The only way that they're related is that they both help you determine what looks good on you. So learning your undertone is one of the most important places to start when it comes to color theory, but this will really take you to the next level. So I'm going to put 3 images up on the screen, and I want you to comment down below. What do you think is wrong with these images? I mean, I think like anybody who can see a full spectrum of color can see that there's something unsettling about these images, unless you like, you know, don't agree. Like taste, sure, there's a matter of taste in everything, but like, I think most of us can agree that like these pictures make our eyes hurt. So go ahead and pause the video and let me know down below what you think is wrong with them. Okay, now I'm gonna give you the answer, which is that they mix clear and soft tones, and it is totally clashing. Now, in a super nutshell, we kind of need to be technical to describe this, but if we were to simplify it down, clear tones are vibrant and soft tones are muted. So some people are going to look better in vibrant colors and some people are going to look better in muted colors. Now, if we speak more technically, we have true tones, which are just the colors themselves. So like red, orange, yellow, green, like whatever color. You can add white to make it lighter. You can add black to make it darker, but you're not changing the clarity or softness of the color. You're not muting the color by adding black or white. Now, add gray, which is black and white, and you're muting the color down. Now, the same principle can be applied to your complexion. Now on top, we have a few faces that have soft complexions, and then to the right, we have some examples of soft colors or soft tones. So again, I'm being a little bit repetitive, but I really want everyone to understand this. Soft colors and complexions contain gray and have a muted appearance. When you look at a soft complexion, you see less contrast, and this contrast is kind of the visual key. I think that's kind of the easiest way to identify it with your eye. So muted tones or colors with gray added in are going to look best on these soft complexions. Now on the bottom, we have clear colors and complexions. So the image on the bottom left is a woman of a clear complexion, and then on the bottom right we have somebody with a deeper skin tone who still has a clear complexion. So I wanted to demonstrate here that, you know, with light skin and dark hair, it's a little bit more obvious, the contrast and the presence of blacks and whites in the complexion, but even with deep skin and deep hair, you can still have that contrast. So when you look at the image on the bottom right of the dark-skinned woman, you can still see contrast in the highlights and shadows of her complexion, the whites of her eyes, her teeth. You can just see a lot of contrast despite the color of the hair and skin being kind of close together. It is a little bit easier to identify again with light skin and dark hair, but that is not always the case with clear complexions. So again, lightness and darkness do not affect the clarity of a complexion or of a color. So to the right of the images of the two women, we have a few different clear colors. So you can see that we have a light purple, a lavender, which is still clear, and then we have a dark purple, which is still vibrant and clear. So basically, if it's a vibrant tone and if the complexion has a lot of contrast, that's a pretty good sign that both are clear and that those colors are going to look best on those clear skin tones. And, you know, this takes some training of the eye for sure. But if you're watching this to kind of try and identify what works for you, as I've recommended with the whole olive skin thing, it might just be easiest to work backwards. Like, do you look good in vibrant colors or do you look better in muted colors? So try and pay attention to that. But if you're looking at a complexion and trying to decide whether it's clear or soft, there are a few ways to do that. So when you look at somebody with a clear complexion, you are going to notice usually contrast. Now let's take me as an example. I am very obviously clear because you can see the contrast, the blacks and the whites. And when you look at the whites of my eyes, they look more white than gray. And my iris color, which I don't know how well you can tell, but my iris color has some vibrancy to it as well. So for me, I have a clear complexion, which means that when I wear gray, or any color that like is muted like that, then it tends to wash me out. I look tired, I look sick, I don't look vibrant. Crisp blacks and whites and vibrant colors look best on me. This backdrop is flattering for me because it's a very clear, vibrant blue. Now let me show you a picture of myself with my friend Allison. Now obviously I'm lighter than her, she's darker than I am, but there's another difference going on, which is that I am very clear and she is very soft. And hopefully if you look at us, you can kind of see that in my complexion, there are lots of blacks and whites present, and in her complexion, there are lots of grays and muted tones present. So another example of how Allison and I are different when it comes to color is I used to color my hair like vividly, like blue and pink and stuff, and I would always love how it looked fresh. So when my hair was the brightest, I thought it was the most flattering. Whereas when Allison would color her hair, she liked it better once the color washed out a little bit because it gave her that softer look. So that's another way to kind of tell whether you're clear or soft. So for me, the terms vibrant and muted work really well for me to visualize the difference between clear and soft. But some other words that I've heard to describe it are folks with clear tones in their complexion or clear complexions look like if you would envision a light bulb in someone's head, if you turn that light all the way up, the clearer the brighter the bulb is, the clearer the complexion. And then the more you turn it down, the softer the complexion. For me, I kind of get that. I like to think of both complexions as like their own kind of glow, but a clear complexion is more of a bright glow and a soft complexion is more of a soft diffused glow. Now, once you've determined whether you're clear or soft, or I guess somewhere in the middle, usually people lean one way or the other, but this information isn't really meant to limit you, at least not in my mind. In my mind, it's meant to empower you because let's say, you know, like I don't look good in like grays, right? So, but being armed with that information, I know that if I find a gray that looks a little bit more clear, like, you know, it has less heathering, maybe it almost leans blue, like it just gives off a brighter tone than most grays, then I know that that's the kind of gray that I can wear. Let's say you don't feel like you look good in vibrant colors. Well, I'm going to put up a picture of two red garments. If you feel like you don't look good in red, make sure the red is of the same undertone that you are, and make sure the red is the same like softness versus clearness that you are. So really, I don't find these color theories to be limiting at all. I find them really empowering for me to be able to seek out a version of the color I feel like I can't wear, you know, knowing that that version is going to be more flattering on me. So how can we apply this to makeup? Let's say that nude lipsticks typically wash you out. Well, number one, you want to make sure it's the right undertone for you. Number two, if you have a more clear complexion, you might need to wear a nude that has a little bit more color in it. So this lipstick, it's a mauve. I wouldn't call it a beige nude, but on me, it looks relatively natural because my complexion is so clear and so olive that a mauve that's a little bit vibrant is gonna look somewhat natural on me. Same thing with my blush. My blush is very bright, but I love the way it looks. I feel like it looks like it belongs on my face. You might disagree, but I think that, you know, the makeup I'm wearing very much coheres with the theory that I am clear complected. Also, if you have a clear complexion, you're gonna wanna go for like more black eyeliner and eyelashes, whereas browns and like more blended, smoky, muted tones could just make you look tired because it doesn't have enough crispness and impact to really flatter your clear complexion. On the reverse, if you're soft, you might want to go for a more blended eyeliner. I'm not even wearing eyeliner today, but my lashes are giving my lash line nice definition. Same thing with my eyebrows. My eyebrows are very dark for my skin tone, like they're almost black, and I get a lot of compliments on them, so I think I'm doing them correctly. If you have a very gray tone to your hair or your iris, like if your eyes are a very gray blue versus like a bright light blue, then you're probably a softer complexion and you probably look better in muted tones or grays or colors that are mixed with grays. Like there are a lot of like muted jewel toned colors that just look really, really nice on people with soft complexions. I know this concept is really mind-boggling to some. I hope I did a good enough job explaining it. Let me know in the comments down below if you had an aha moment or if you have any questions, because I know this topic is really difficult for some people to grasp. Again, I hope I did it justice and was able to convey it to you. But once you start putting this into practice, if you're really confused about what colors look good on you, I can almost guarantee that this theory will help you out a lot. If you like this video and want to hear more about topics like this one, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up so both I and YouTube know that you liked it. And that's it. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.